everyone, it's Mizuki Arts. Welcome back to my channel. I'm feeling like a little bit art blocky, crusty, rusty, kind of disgusto today, and I really need to just do something to kind of have no pressure. So I'm going to be taking an AI generated image, like I've done twice before on this channel, and turn it into my own art piece. So the image is on screen now. It's this cute little berry pastry fairy. Obviously the AI version is pretty horrifying, but I think my version will be pretty great. So I'm excited to just get right into it with you guys. I've done this kind of challenge twice before, but this time around I wanted to do things a little bit differently. I wanted to allow myself to make significant changes to the character's design. While in the previous two, I was pretty faithful to kind of the, like, I don't know, spirit or composition of the AI image. If you can even, say an AI image has like intention or a spirit at all. It really doesn't, but with this one, I tried to change things up as much as I wanted, just to make it more fun for myself. I made her shoes visible because I felt that made more sense. Her pose in the original just doesn't make any sense at all to me. It looks like she's like reaching forward, and also like maybe she was laying down on the cake and like she's trying to sit back up or something. And I also changed her outfit a little bit because her outfit in the original just looked so boring to me. There was nothing going on, and you can see to the right there's like that curly bit that I think is part of the skirt, but it also kind of blends with the wings a little bit. And you'll see later on I changed up the coloring of the image significantly because I did not like that like cerulean blue at all. I thought it was just such a overpowering color for my version. I didn't want it. And I also just didn't like that it was like everywhere in her design. Like I don't know about you guys, but when I'm painting, I like to use lots of different colors. I don't just want to do like a monochromatic character design. Like, that's kind of boring for me. We are interrupting this regularly scheduled program to tell you to go check out my Etsy shop. Since fairies have overtaken my sketchbook and my life, my shop has become the ultimate fairy lover's dream. With products ranging from stickers, pins, and prints to original paintings, I've got it all. All of my stickers are printed on waterproof vinyl, and my prints are on high-quality, durable, matte photo paper. So if you're watching this video, there's probably a fairy that's perfect for you. Whether you're looking for stickers, prints, paintings, or pins, head to www.etsy.com/shop/MizukiArtStudio. And we're back. Thank you guys for bearing with me with these little interruptions. My YouTube channel is not monetized, so my shop and my Ko-fi page are how I make my money. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, I did change her design quite a bit. I ended up taking away her frumpy little hat there that she has in the original. It kind of looked like a mix between like a Girl Scout beret and like a pastry chef hat. Like, it had weirdly had these little pin looking things on it, and I was just like, I don't like that. I'm not gonna draw that. So I didn't include it. And I decided to give her skirt like this flower petal look, kind of going off of like the little curly bit at the right side of her skirt in the original that kind of looks like it could also be part of the wings. I don't know, but I interpreted it as like being part of her skirt, so I decided to work with it in my changes. And as you can see here, I went with like this kind of greenish minty color, and I did like all the shadows in pink to kind of make it nice and warm looking. I gave her these like droopy little sleeve things. I imagine they'd be like tulle or something. Again, I thought her outfit in the original was just so boring. I had to kind of add a little soul to it, which I guess is to be expected when you're working off of an AI image. If you're wondering what those weird little floating blueberries are over there, I collage my paintings. If you've been on the channel a few times, you probably know that already. But I'm just saying that for any new folks who might be curious, I plan to cut those out and glue them around the base of the little cake that she's sitting on. I did change her wing shape quite a bit too, although I did decide to keep some like strange little speckles and markings and all that because that's kind of fun to paint. And of course I gave her my signature over blushed skin, pretty much, you know, all over. Um, I find it's like one of the more fun ways to paint skin in my opinion. You'll see later I did decide to give her blonde hair. Like I mentioned earlier, I did not like the monochromatic look of the original, and even after changing the blue color to like more of a minty kind of warm green, I knew I did not want to stick with the monochromatic kind of scheme. You know, I wanted things to look different and interesting. So I gave her blonde hair. I like painting natural hair colors much more than unnatural hair colors. Lately, at least, I think I used to prefer to give my characters unnatural colors, but at some point it like switched. So now I kind of bounce around the natural kind of palettes that people can have. In this fairy, it just felt right to give her blonde hair, although maybe a darker color would have also suited her well to kind of balance out the values a little bit. I don't know. Whenever I go in for painting a hair color, I kind of just go off of what I think would suit the character best, like in the moment, because that usually never betrays me. Just going off of vibes, you know. I never like sketch out a fairy and I'm like, this one's got to be a brunette, a blonde, or whatever. Like, there's no set plan. I just go off of what I think the fairy would look best with in the moment. Sometimes, like, I'll save my line arts or sketches or whatever for like a month before I go in and actually paint things. So I'll have this like image in my head of what I think the fairy is going to look like finished, but then by the time I actually sit down to work on it, that plan has like changed pretty much entirely. Like, I'll be like, you know what, I may have pictured this fairy having brown hair, but I'm feeling like painting strawberry blonde or red or whatever today. Just an entirely different color than I thought. It's just purely instinct. I do think I got carried away this time with the blush, though. That's been something that I've been doing a lot lately, where I'm kind of like overworking my style. I've had to kind of pull back a little bit for the sake of readability in my paintings, which is something I've kind of been trying to prioritize over the last couple months, making my paintings like very clear. I have to work on like adding contrast and darker shadows and everything. But anyways, I think my favorite part of this whole process was working on this cake. Oh my gosh, I have such a sweet tooth, and painting this cake was like torture. Not because I didn't love it, but because it looked really good and I knew it would never be real. Look at it. It looks like it has like bits of like blueberries in it. It's got this lovely like pink frosting, and oh my god, the blueberries on top. Gimme, like, I need it. But you know, sadly it's watercolor paper, so it probably would not taste as good as it looks. Something funny about the AI generated version is that there's like one very large looking blueberry floating in the middle of this like cake thing, and it's kind of weird. The cakes almost look like pancakes the way that they're generated. Like, you can see the top of them looks like very cooked, but then like you'd think the lower side would also look cooked if they were like a fluffy pancake like put together or something. I don't know, it just looks really weird. And then the icing in the middle is like purple and the icing on top is pink, which, you know, one could argue you could do that with a cake. But it's like weird, and with AI, you know, it's not intentional. You know, it's just the fact that it doesn't make the connection that one part of the image and the other part of the image are, you know, part of the same object. There's also this weird perspective warping thing going on with the cake, where if you kind of like look at it, it looks like the camera is closer to the cake than it is, if that makes sense. Like, things look really quite round and 3D, like you're closer up to it, but then the fairy looks like you know, you're at her level with in terms of like your perspective in the image, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to explain it. It's really weird. AI, you know, has this problem where it can't really like track two parts of the image and make things entirely consistent. That's why you'll see weird things like two eyes, irises being different shapes or whatever, faces not quite looking right always, having extra arms, different problems like that. Yeah, so that's just one weird thing about this image, but I did think it was worth a repaint or redraw or whatever, because I like painting desserts. I've touched upon this before, but I love painting little cakes and little sweet treats, mostly because I cannot always be eating sweet treats because that is extremely unhealthy, but I love them. So my fairies just get, you know, to hang out with little cakes and strawberries and pastries all the time. So they're the lucky ones. They can just do that. I tried to add lots of little purpley and pinky shadows to kind of honor that background that this, you know, AI generated image has going on, because I knew I wasn't going to stick to that in my version. Then of course I added my gel pen details, and I got out my X-Acto knife and just started hacking away at it. I had a few pre-painted backgrounds to try out with this piece. This one on screen was quite tempting. The purple one I thought was interesting, but I thought it was so dark that it would just wash out the pastels on this one. So I eventually decided on one of these. I can't remember which one actually. It's kind of embarrassing. This rose one I remember thinking about, but it was also too pastel, so I thought it would just wash out the whole image. This green one also seemed about right, but oh yeah, this one. I thought this was the one that I went with. This like wildflower looking one. Very nice, very nice. I do like those flowers. I kind of want to paint more flowers like that again, because I think it just looks really good, and this looks like a sunlit meadow, like you're down in the grass with this fairy and this pretty little cake that's been left for her or whatever, and you know, the sun's shining through or whatever. And then of course I pulled out my glitter glue. This glitter glue is from Michaels. I use a lot of this stuff. It's from a brand called Creatology, which I'm pretty sure is just like a Michaels brand. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't actually know. I'd never used this purple glitter, so it was kind of nice to get to use it on this piece. And then I did a torn edge, and I added on those extra blueberries I made before, and the piece was done. Look at how sparkly she is. I love her. I think she's super cute. I think she's so much better than her AI generated version. Look at her. She's stunning. I love her. This was a very refreshing process for me to kind of just get to paint and make little decisions and little changes here and there. Oh my gosh, guys, I am so happy with this. It's been a while since I did an AI image redraw, and this is my favorite one for sure. I love how this turned out. I had some doubts because I messed up the face at one point, but I think I was able to fix it with a combination of acrylic markers and like bringing more color into her lips. I think I recorded some of that, hopefully. But anyways, I'm super happy with this, and if you enjoyed watching the process of this piece and you want to see more like AI image redraws, definitely let me know. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye! Really quick before I go, I would like to give a shout out to my Ko-fi supporters, so thank you so much to Ashley, Savvy, Tiffany, and Lilycorn. Thank you guys so much. Your guys' support means the world to me, and it allows me to keep making videos just like this one. If you would like to join my Ko-fi page, there will be a link in the description box down below where you can get all these benefits and so much more. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!